Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world, wherever you might be. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a lovely Monday, and you're feeling positive and you're taking good care of yourself today and every single day. So today I wanted to talk. This angle is really not doing it for me, but we move. So I wanted to talk about abuse in relationships and just, some of the things that I've experienced and the signs, and to kind of reach out to people that are kind of in a domestic abusive relationship and have had, have gone through it. I really am kind of like, so, it's so true what people say, that the signs are there very, very early on. And I've been in numerous amounts of abusive relationships, and I don't know where that stems from. It could be the reason, like, obviously I've not had my dad around majority of my life since I was about 8 or 9. He left home. That's a different story. But I've never really had a father figure to kind of show me the ropes, as in, like, obviously my real dad. Obviously my mum had a partner, which was my stepdad Keith, who did actually pass away at the beginning of the year, and that was really kind of hard on our family. But yeah, what I'm basically saying is that I've never really had my dad there to kind of teach me about men, I'm going to say, and, dangerous men, let's say, because, I've just, from the age of about 13, I've been with violent men. And the previous relationship, obviously, that I was in about 2-3 years ago now, when I look back and I think back, the signs were there. They was always there. And my friends, like, at the time, were telling me, he is a narcissist. Like, you should not go there with him. And, I was just silly and I ignored it. And I was like, no, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm gonna go for it. Even though right in the beginning, when he's telling me he liked me and, trying to rush it along, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really sure. And in my gut, I was like, I don't know if I really like this man. And them alarm bells were there all along in my stomach, the pit of my stomach. It was screaming at me like, don't do it. But I still done it. And I think that happens to everybody. Like, we ignore our instinct, and we really shouldn't. Like, I think our instinct is there for a reason. It's there to guide you. And obviously, when things don't feel right, you have to listen to it. Don't listen to, like, what's going on up here. Don't think, this is the right thing to do, because it can get very confusing. You have to listen to your gut. And I've learned that now. I really have. I don't think that I could tolerate another situation where I've been mentally and physically tortured and abused. But yeah, so this guy, obviously the first sign that I noticed, when I think back, is that he rushed it very, very, very quickly. He wanted involvement very quickly. That's the number one sign. And I truly believe that's number one sign, is they rush it along very quickly. They want to be involved in your life very fast. They slowly start to isolate you. So they slowly start to distance you away from all your friends and your family, telling you, that friend's not good. This friend's a slag. This person's bad for you. And your family don't like them and stuff like that. And it's all kind of like, it's there from the get-go. And yeah, like, the person that I was with done all of that. Like, not so much in the beginning. It wasn't so obvious, which makes it so hard, because, even though I'm saying the signs are there, every single person that I've been out with that's been abusive has been different. Like, the ways of, the way they are, the way they manipulate is very, very, very different. And you can't always, like, judge straight away. Like, you really can't, because your blinkers are on. You're so involved in getting to know the person. You're so excited about the relationship. You're so excited, oh my God, I've finally met this, like, fantastic man. like, he's the man of my dreams, he's my soulmate, they make you feel like they're your soulmate. And yeah, like, you just feel like amazing about him. And it feels I feel like it does feel very different to if you met somebody that wasn't abusive. You know, normal people like to kind of wait and see where things go, and, you know, they like to take time and getting to know you. And I've learned that, like, obviously people that want to just like get in your life so fast and, you know, want to be everything to you, like they just want to be your everything, like they've got no friends, they've got no hobbies, nothing really going on, like checking where you are all the time, constantly ringing you, constantly like wanting to be in your life so much. Like, it is weird, like, it's dangerous, because, you know, they don't want that support system around you. They don't want you to have a life. They want you to be theirs, and they want to control and manipulate so they can abuse you. So yeah, it's difficult. It is really difficult. And you know, if anyone's going through it out there, you know, you're not alone. And I'm sure, I'm positive there are thousands, obviously, you know, that's not even like a question. There are thousands of people out there, millions, billions of people that are going through domestic abusive relationships and feel they can't leave. Let me tell you, you can. You can leave. You can do it. You're strong. I believe in you. Your family believes in you. Everyone around you believes in you. And, you know, like, it's so important to leave the situation after, you know, if you see the signs there very early on, well done. Get the fuck out of there. But if they hit you once, don't go back. Like, it's going to happen again. You know, they're going to give the sorries, you know, I won't do it again. You know, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm just like, you know, like, I'm very frustrated. You frustrate me. You make me feel this way. And they project everything onto you. Like, everything's your fault. You're the reason why they've hit you. And it's madness. It's just all madness. They get in your head so much, and it really starts to erode at your self-esteem and, you know, just destroy you as a person, as a whole. You know, when I was in an abusive relationship, I questioned my self-worth a million times. He wouldn't sleep with me for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe he just didn't like me. Maybe he didn't fancy me. He obviously didn't like me because he used to call me all the names under the sun. He used to mentally bully me. So if I would be like cleaning, cooking, having a bath, doing stuff, he'd be sitting on the bed, laying on the bed, and then he'd come up with things from the past, you know, ask me weird questions about exes and stuff like that, coming out of nowhere. Like, it's a normal day. We're just, you know, doing normal things, and he just comes out with shit like that. And I was just like, you know, it wound me up, because obviously I was just like, I just want a peaceful relationship with the man that I really like, truly, well, not truly, but a man that I thought I loved. And he just kept making drama all the time, and it was just like so draining on me. And in the end, I just ended up used to getting wound up, because he just used to bring so much like chaos into my life. My head was like just frustrated with him. And, you know, there were fights, there were, you know, my flat was smashed up. My old place was smashed up, to pieces when, you know, I finally kicked him out in the end, because I was just like, this car, I can't go on like this. But yeah, like, he just was spiteful. Like, he took everything that, you know, he bought, which is fair enough, you know, understandable, but he was just very spiteful, very, very horrible man. And I'm not here to, you know, badmouth people and like say that people are mean and sound like I'm being nasty and vindictive, but it's not that. It's just that this person was really and truly like controlling and horrible. And he used to tell me what to wear. I would dress up and make an effort, and, you know, look forward to seeing him and thinking he's going to like what I'm wearing. I think, like, I look good. He's going to like it. Done it for him and myself. And he'd tell me, I can't go out like that. You know, you're not wearing a bra. Why are you wearing that? It's so short. Like, and it just got to a stage where he'd even, like, if I was shopping online, he'd want to tell me what to buy. Like, it just was mental. And if, you know, these signs weren't there in the beginning, which is also really hard, because, you know, does progress over time, but you just have to really kind of like go with your gut, as I said to you in the beginning. Something feels off, something don't feel right, listen. This guy punched me in the face one time, give me a raging black eye. And it happened in the morning after we'd been out for the night. And we'd been up all night drinking, partying, and he punched me in the face because we'd had a massive argument. Couldn't tell you what it was about. It's probably because he's brought up something, or I've, spoken about someone or an ex, or like just telling him something, just being open about him, about things, and he didn't like it. So he reacted and, hit me. Now there's no reason to do that. There's no excuse to, give someone a black eye because you don't like what they're talking about. You don't like what they're saying. It's just like, it's chaos. But he gave me a black eye, and I couldn't see my family for about 2 weeks. And I said to him the next day, that morning, I said to him, look at my eye, look what's done to my eye. And he just disregarded it. He was like, shrugged his shoulders, that's nothing. And then he was like, I'm so sorry for like what I've done to your eye, like later on that day. And then was like, I only flicked my wrist. I didn't mean to do it. Like, I just flicked my wrist, but he didn't. He full on, had his fist and punched me straight in the eye. Smashed all my wardrobes up, oh God, it's just, I can't tell you how, like, it just kills. It just is the worst thing. And it's so hard to leave because you love the person and you're like, how the hell has it ended up? Like, we loved each other. He was so nice to me. And now he's abusing the life out of me, and he's horrible, and he's never nice, and there's a day where he's nice and then he's nasty again. Like, it's just a cycle. It's a cycle of abuse. And you obviously, like, you read online about like, oh, they bring you flowers, gifts and stuff like that. Now, I can honestly tell you that's like, there probably are men out there that do that, who are abusers, but the relationships that I've been in have been so different. And, I've never been bought a gift by any of the men that I've ever been out with. I've never been kind of treated properly. No one's ever really got to know me. And I'm not a materialistic girl. Don't want things like that. Don't care about materialistic things. All I kind of just wanted in a relationship was someone to hear me, respect me, and understand me for me, and just love me. Just give me emotional kind of like, support. Don't need like flowers and stuff like that. But, that's how they say things are. And sometimes I'm just here to tell you, like, it's not always like that. Like, they might say, I'm sorry, and then it will happen again. It will happen over and over again. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. You made me act like this. You frustrate me. You're the reason I'm hitting you. Everything's your fault and it's put onto you. And that chips away at your self-esteem slowly but surely. Like, you don't realise it, but like after a while, you won't even know who you are. And I didn't really know who I was. I was like, I wasn't allowed to post on Instagram, wasn't allowed to post a selfie on Facebook, wasn't allowed, do you know what it would be? I was being provocative. It was a thirst trap. I was looking for attention. I was craving attention. If a man would look at me, I'm craving attention. It's my fault. Now, it's not your fault. If someone loves you and someone wants to be with you, they would like, think that's a good thing that men are looking at her because she's beautiful. She's mine. And I think that I don't get that mentality of being like, a man's looking at you. You're like, you're a slut basically. Like, it's vile. These people are vile, if you ask me. So yeah, it's just, these are all kind of like signs that I've realised over time that are very, very dangerous. And, these situations can be so dangerous because there are women in this world that have been killed, that have had to, escape and get help with, like, obviously living somewhere else, like hiding from their partner and stuff like that. Scary. Sorry, my someone started ringing me and it just interrupted my whole chat. But yeah, I mean, you and to kind of once you leave that person, you feel your whole world just becomes so much brighter. Your mind just feels, you get your, you know, your empowerment back, your power, your spark, your light, you know, and your world just expands. You know, you're just like, you've been living in a sheltered, kind of like isolated place for so long, and I can't stress enough that, you know, it it is so important to leave these people, because they're never going to change. You can't fix anyone, you can't change anybody. People rarely ever change, and if they do, it takes a long time. They need therapy, they need, you know, a lot of help to get there, and it's really kind of like, you know, I don't think people really ever change. So yeah, I hope this helped, and I would love to talk more about this, maybe on the next episode, or anyone wants to talk to me about any problems they've got, then that would be great. But yeah, love you all and take care of yourself. And yeah, if you're in a domestic, I said get the fuck out of it. Take care.